So now over to Ashley, who is here on behalf of the St Peter's bid and the Cathedral Quarter bid. So I will let him explain a little bit more about what he does. And over to you, Ashley.
Thank you very much. I'm just going to share my screen, so if you just bear with me. Hi, my name is Ashley Lewis. I am Senior Bid Project Manager for a company called Partnerships for Better Business, who are contract managers for Cathedral Quarter and St Peter's Quarter Business Improvement Districts, or BIDS for short. I would like to talk to you about a package of support that the BIDS have done to help businesses in the area. In total, there are over 800 businesses and organisations in Derby City Centre that are represented by the BIDS, and these businesses have invested collectively through the payment of a levy to collaborate and drive initiatives that improve the location where they trade. The impact of coronavirus has obviously been well documented, but the unprecedented nature of it has meant that for almost all businesses, it's been impossible for them to prepare for the level of upheaval and trauma which the pandemic has brought. March saw the country enter lockdown, and as part of the restrictions imposed, many of those businesses had to close with immediate effect. And over the months that followed, those who owned or worked for those businesses either found themselves in the unfortunate position of being furloughed or having to navigate an ever-changing world of government guidance and medical opinion without any certainty as to when these restrictions would be lifted. In many instances, support for businesses was forthcoming, either financial or otherwise, but there were some notable exceptions to this. And the impact of having to deal with COVID on both a personal and professional level for many was overwhelming, and often seemingly contradictory advice proved to be a minefield through which people had to navigate whilst trying to keep their business afloat and plan for reopening and recovery. Those working on behalf of the BIDS have continued to work throughout the COVID period, working from home where necessary and in the office or on patrol where government guidance has allowed. The BIDS immediately reviewed the business plans for both bid areas to adapt projects and activities to ensure that they met the changing business needs and to provide the support, both in the short term, but also when looking towards reopening and recovery. So the bid ranges, who you may have seen out and about, there's got 3 for St Peter's Quarter and 2 for Cathedral Quarter. Once the restrictions were slightly lifted, they are SIA qualified, and therefore as essential workers were able to go out and check on businesses where those owners weren't able to go out, and it provided some reassurance and enabled them to conduct security patrols 7 days a week for businesses during lockdown, feeding back on any issues. It gave great peace of mind to owners, and we had some fantastic feedback because people were very concerned about what was happening whilst they were away. The BIDS also assisted the businesses in navigating the plethora of advice and guidance by compiling a business support guide, updated following each government announcement and accessible via the BID websites and e-bulletins. This contained links to all of the latest information, as well as signposting businesses to potential training, development and funding opportunities. We also work closely with industry bodies such as the Institute of Place Management, the BID Foundation and Association of Town and City Management to lobby government for more support for businesses. An example of which was the Raise the Bar campaign, demanding increased support for businesses with a higher rateable value threshold. This is a picture of our SBQ Ranger, Dave, putting together the business support packs. As we move towards a relaxation of lockdown restrictions, we focused increasingly on turning our support towards supporting businesses in reopening and to ensure that they were able to comply with the latest guidelines and restrictions. Both bids funded COVID-19 business recovery support packs for businesses delivered by the Rangers themselves and designed to help businesses to open with the correct measures in place and to make their premises safe for visitors and staff alike.
Minute to go, Ash.
No problem. The packs contained a variety of useful items, including social distancing floor stickers, bottles of branded hand sanitizer, washable face coverings, regulatory posters encouraging social distancing and hand washing, distancing tape, and a business essentials COVID-19 checklist. These have been used by businesses throughout Cathedral Quarter and St Peter's Quarter, and these slides just give a few examples of how they were used to help. The packs were gratefully received by businesses and been widely used in both bid areas. I'd like to thank you for listening and appreciate anybody that votes for both Cathedral Quarter and St Peter's Quarter bid. Thank you.
Brilliant,
well done.
Thank you. Yeah, amazing what the Rangers and what yourselves have all been doing just to try and keep those businesses obviously safe and secure during lockdown. So Well done to everyone involved in that. It's fantastic to hear.